Alright guys, so welcome to our PC build guide. So today I will be building my brother a PC and I'm going to be showing you guys everything step by step from start to finish. Basically, what you guys need in general for this entire build guide is a Phillips head screwdriver that will actually fit with the case screws, and most of the other screws on the whole build are the same. Just in case, I got these two different screwdrivers that came with both of our monitors for my brother. One was the smaller one and the other one was the bigger one. And then there's this really tiny screwdriver, which is when you want to install the M.2 SSD inside of the motherboard. And I'll be showing you guys how to do everything from start to finish. So let's get right into building the PC. Alright guys, so basically this build is a pretty cheap build. It's like a budget build. It's $1,000, which is on the lower end of PCs, but with the parts that I got, it's actually really nice. I'll go through every part later. So we're gonna start with the motherboard, which is the Gigabyte HT Ultra Z390 UD. And it's like on the box it says it supports 8th gen, but everywhere else it says it supports 9th gen, so we'll just have to find out. So this motherboard is inside of anti-static. It's like an anti-static bag. So we do have this. Next, what we should take out is this little box in here. It's pretty awkward. We don't really need this for anything, so that's basically it. We've got instructions in here. We've got a CD. We do have this, which you're gonna really need later. I'll show you guys what this is. And we have these different cables here. So what I want to do is close this box back up. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Usually there's going to be someone else, but my brother's watching the video, making sure everything's good. So what you're going to want to do is take this out of the bag, but make sure, guys, the number one thing you need to remember is anti-static. So you cannot be doing this on carpet. I'm standing on hardwood right now. And touch this PC case a lot because it's metal, and it should take out some of the static, and try not to move a lot, which is going to be good. So don't touch yourself or anything with when you're wearing the clothes. So we're gonna get this open now. You gotta be really careful with this and take it pretty slow also, just in case. I'm gonna be very slow with this guide, and also tolerant, because I cannot let anything slip through or anything happen. Okay, so the motherboard is open. Try and hold it by these big parts, not actually touch any of the bottom of it. So we now have this motherboard out, and let's get on with installing our CPU. Alright guys, so I got my CPU taken out, and there's something I cannot stress more than anything in this. As you can see, there is a golden little triangle, an arrow, on the corner of the CPU. And when I take this cover off, which is another thing I can't stress anymore, keep this cover. If you have a problem later with your motherboard, or if you have a problem at all with it, after you're building it, or if it's defective or anything, God forbid, if you don't keep this cover, you are not getting a refund. Keep this cover to ensure that you can get a refund, okay? And when you take this cover off, there will be another triangle that's going to be matching under there. And you need to match them up when you put it in. Another thing is, what I like with Intel, the reason that I went with Intel is because I never did an AMD build. Basically, AMD has these pins, which if you bend one pin, you're kind of screwed for the whole build. So I went the safe route with Intel, even though AMD might have been a little cheaper, because as you can see, Intel does not have these pins, which means that it's safer because there's not really a problem of bending a pin. You still have to be very careful, but it's a lot safer. So I'm gonna touch this PC, get all the electricity off of it, open up the CPU, and have it lay here for a second. I will now touch this again. You guys, you've got to see, I'm taking it very safe. I will open up this hatch. It goes up. I will lift this up. Now, okay, so with this motherboard, would you bring it closer just to see? There is a big, like, I'll bring it up. So, there is a big triangle right there. Right there. If you can see it. It's right there. A lot of them will have some sort of triangle, but that's where you gotta put it. So if you'd like to set this back up, let me just do it real quick. Boom. Touch this again because I just stepped on a little bit of carpet. But, time to get this CPU. So we have the, make sure you pick it up by the sides so you're careful. This triangle. Now, we're gonna run it gently. Drop it in. So you'll know that it drops in. Be a little careful with it. Boom. The CPU is installed. Just for safe measures, once again, touch the case. Now, we're gonna put this down. This thingy down. And now, one second. I'm gonna get the Lego under there. And now I'm gonna get this. It's gonna be hard to push down. This thing's gonna hop off. If it wasn't in the way, that would be better. Get this. And boom. Push this in a bit. There we go. The CPU is installed. Alright guys, so now with the CPU being installed, we're gonna go and install, in my opinion, the easiest part of the entire build, which is the RAM. Some people do get it confused though, I don't understand why. It's pretty easy. So I have got the Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. Here's the box. And here we go. So I'm gonna take this little cover off. And we've got the RAM sticks. These RAM sticks are very small compared to a lot of the other ones. Basically also, you always want to install it in A1 and B1. So we're gonna open, this one was already open. A1, B1. So you want to install it into the first and third RAM slots. So when you, DIMM slots. So when you install it, these will close. You'll see what I mean. So, there's also, each side of the RAM is different lengths. So this side is longer than this side. So you also want to look for that. So this side is short, this side is longer. So I'm going to flip this around, and this is how it's going to go. Apply equal pressure. Boom, the RAM's installed. Next, shorter, longer. Probably should have taken off it's okay. It's just a sticker. So shorter and longer. In slot number 2. Boom. The RAM is now installed. Alright guys, so now let's get on with installing our M.2 SSD. This is one of the parts that I never actually got to install before, so we're gonna see. It should be pretty easy. People said there's only like really one way to install it. So this will be my first ever attempt at doing it. And let's get right into it. I got this little plate. I'm gonna put these 2 little screws that come with it. It's 500 gigabytes, so if my brother ever wants to expand any more storage later, he can do so. So I'm gonna take these little screws out. Got big hands and big fingers, so this is gonna be kind of tough. So these screws, I'm not even sure that you need to use them, because this motherboard already comes with one in it. I don't know what that's about. So just touch the case. Okay. So, now, unscrew this. If I can if I know which way to do it. Guys, I never started so good. Screwdriver's too small. there goes this little screw. It's literally the identical thing to before. I'm just gonna put it separate. So now, this is how we should be installing it. Okay. So let's try this. So, got this little thingy-majiggy self-promo from Crucial. Yeah, let's get this out. There's only one way to install it, so it's pretty easy. Is this magnetic? Oh, one of them's magnetic. Just letting you know, I kind of have a mini concussion right now, so my aim is not going to be great. But we got it in, and this SSD is installed. Alright guys, so we had a little malfunction as I was going to put in the IO shield, which you can see that I did. We had a little issue where the glass of the case fell down, hit the corner on the counter, and completely shattered. So we're basically kind of done when it comes to the glass. I did contact NZXT though to hopefully get a replacement. I also did just install the motherboard. It's pretty simple. Just put the motherboard in. There's a bunch of these little holes right here, and you have to align them with these little standoffs. I didn't move this one to there, so this one's not being occupied, but this is definitely more than enough to hold it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like 6 or 5 are holding it in right now. And basically, I got this installed, not too hard, but we're missing the glass. I did contact NZXT though to see if they give us a replacement, and hopefully they will, but let's get on with finishing the PC. It's okay if it doesn't have a cover for now. We are going to do the best that we can with what we've got so far, and if we do in the future really need to, we might have to buy a replacement case, but it's okay. Alright guys, let's get to the next clip. Alright guys, so I am back, and we kind of cut out the whole CPU liquid cooler thing because this literally, like, for you guys it's like a second. For us it was like an hour to 2 hours. I could not figure out how to do it, but finally I got it in. Put some thermal paste on, a pea size, screwed these in. You basically screw in that one, that one, that one, that one. I attached this through here. The fans are right here. They're RGB fans. And now I'm just going to plug in this stuff. Then, the last thing that we have before we put in our graphics card, which is the RTX 2060 Ultra Black, the XC. We do have our power supply, but I'm gonna have to wire some of this first with all the RGB, the fans, and all that, and then we will get to that. So I'll get with you guys in the next clip. Alright, see ya. Guys, so what is up? I'm back. This is about like 5 hours later after the last clip. You could tell by Zeus being super tired, but we ran into so many problems. We had to do everything possible. Right now I'm downloading GeForce Experience, but we had so many things go wrong, and we finally fixed it. We're gonna have to find a replacement piece of glass here because this glass shattered. Everything, we're gonna do a lot of cable management, but finally the PC is working, it's booted up, and now we're just getting stuff set up. It's really fast, it's really good. That's how long it takes to download drivers. But yeah guys, I'm sorry if I couldn't bring you like a whole PC build guide. We had a lot going wrong, but what I did show, I hope that like actually helps you guys, and that's good. But thank you guys so much for watching the video, and peace out. I'll see you guys next time.